Whoa, I'm live. I'm I'm live. Oh, I'm live. Oh, I'm live. Yes, we live. Oh, it's live. And today I got a special guest. Oh, yeah. But first off, we're going to start this thing off by saying thank you to everyone who is here today. I got a special interview today. As you can see, the homie Jay versus Jane will be stopping through today. But first, before I bring her along, you know I got to do my thing. I got to say it. I want to thank my sponsors, the 2020 Census, y'all. You know I got to thank them for putting this together and holding me down through this whole time. And guess what? All they wanted you to do is get counted. I want you to get counted. We're going to count the block. And it's easy to get counted. All you have to do is use that 12 digit they sent you to your house. If you didn't get the 12 digit to your house, it's okay. It is. You can use your home address. Once you enter your home address, you then fill out the survey, complete it, and guess what? It is done. In this way, all the brown and black communities get the proper resources and representation that we need. That is critical, okay? So without further ado, let me ask her to join up. Give her 1 second. Hey. Hey,
Yo,
hey, there she
yo,
go. How you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain. I appreciate you for stopping through with me. It's our first time linking up,
For
you
sure.
know. So start it off. Let's introduce yourself to the people. Let the people know what's going on.
I'm Jay versus Jane. I'm from Inglewood, Chicago, South Side, Bay.
Born and
Um,
raised.
what I mean? Been doing this music stuff for about 4 or 5 years. Oh yeah, that sounds up. Oh, also I got my EP dropped July 24th, so stay
Oh,
tuned.
it's up there and it's stuck there. Let me tell you, July is something magnificent. It's something magnificent because I was born in July, the 21st. But if you drop something in July, you're a special person, man. Only special people do special things in
You
July.
feel
So
me?
thank you.
You
I
feel
appreciate
me?
you. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna kick off the interview, okay? So I want to take it back. I'm gonna ask you the same question I ask everybody when we start. Take me back to when you were a kid. What was some of that classic music that was being played? What were some of those classic songs that you remember?
I remember a lot of Lauryn Hill. My grandma was into a lot of jazz, so she listened to a lot of like B.B. King, but even still, Mary J. Blige, Aretha Franklin, bunch of old people around, Isley Brothers. Growing up in my mom's household, Destiny Child. My mom was only 40, finna be 48. She finna be 48 on the 16th. So,
All right. Happy birthday, mama.
but yeah, it was a lot of old school joints, good
So
old
that's why
school.
you got that 70s feel to some of your music too, like the Isleys got through to you in some of your cuts. I'm trying to tell you. So speaking of the Isley Brothers, would you say these were some of your early inspirations? These were the people that you were inspired by?
Mine was Lauryn Hill, to be perfectly honest. The locks, the free spirit, the way she just carried herself, and then her music. Even though she only had one album, I still bang it every day. And then as I got older, I became more into Beyonce and Jay Z. My favorite rapper is Notorious B.I.G. Tupac, because to me, Tupac was more poetic than anything on my behalf. But those artists, listening to those artists growing up is really what made me want to become an artist, but more so Lauryn Hill.
Okay. Lauren Hill say that's that first one that put that bug on you. Something about that. Ooh, 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 yeah, yeah. Okay, so we got the Lauren Hill. So now take me to the first time. Do you remember the first time you picked up the mic, or do you remember the first rhyme that you wrote and you was like, "Yep, that's it."
um, I was in seventh grade, and Jaquan, everybody in the club get tipsy. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It came out, and this boy named Chucky, RIP him. he had asked me to do a song with him because I always used to write poems when I was a little kid. And my twin brother, you know, he can tell you that I always wrote poems when I was a little kid, but he always used to rap or whatever, and I'll rap with him. Then he like, let's do a song for the Christmas play or whatever. And we was in 7th grade at the time, and after I performed, all the 8th graders was running up to me like, "How you know you knew how to rap?" Because all I did was play ball. I just knew how to play ball when I was a kid. So when I
Okay.
rapped in 7th grade and this Christmas play, and I didn't know I did good because I was scared. It was my first time, and I actually did really good. And then after that, went to high school. It's a producer from Chicago. His name is Nick, but his producer name is I should know this, but his real name is
It's
Nick.
it's
And he used to
okay. You know
make
his name.
beats. Yeah, and he used to make beats in class, in our biology class. And then after a while, you just start rapping on his beats. And then our other friend, Joe, he was a rapper. He ended up taking me to the studios with him in London town. And we did a song together. And then after that, I'm like, I'm going to just do this rap stuff. You know what I mean? Because I actually like it.
Yeah. He was like, it feel too good to my soul.
You
Like,
know what I
come on,
mean?
this me. So you speak of before picking up the mic, you had the rock. How nice was you on the court?
Now, I ain't going to cap. I got a torch. You know, I'm a Chef Curry from the 3. And I got a little float like D Rose. I studied D Rose to the T. I went to high school with D Rose. He was a
Simeon alumni. Come
You
on,
feel me?
Southside.
Should have been a Wolverine. Should have been a
Uh,
Wolverine.
I'm sorry, I was a Jaguar, but you know what I'm saying? Nothing against it, you feel me? Julian still do our thing, you feel me?
We played them too, but I was good. I was a great defender. If anything, in college, I led in steals. I was pretty good, if you ask me. I got highlight tapes out on YouTube too, so if anybody wants to go see, you know what I mean, how I was, it's on YouTube.
Bet. Say we gonna get all the numbers up. We gotta get a pickup game going.
You feel me?
All right, if you're a man, I want to jump into some of your music. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite songs by you, because you know I gotta do my research. I gotta go and look. But crazy, like you talking about finna get up here and say some bars. Who you is, what it is. Why they got me going crazy?
That
Let's
was a dope song, though, lyrically.
let's talk about let's break down crazy. Where and why did we need crazy? What was
Um,
going through your head?
I ain't gonna count. Not to sound like messy, like a girl really tried to try me over somebody that I really didn't want. You know what I mean? She just thought I was something goofy or whatever. And I was already in the midst of writing this song because it was a Meek Mill instrumental. You know what I mean? And I messed with Meek Mill's heavy. So I did like a little. I was already writing to it, but she just added like more fuel to the fire to make it what it really was. You know what I mean? So that's where a lot of that came from. Some
So we
drama.
go say y'all want to play. Let me just give you these bars, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Some
Thank you for the
straight drama.
inspiration,
You
though.
feel me?
No, you definitely held it down for that. I was like, ooh. And then you gave me a different vibe, see, because you like to play around, and I like that with your artistry. You don't like to put yourself inside of one box.
For
So you hit
sure.
him, with a little switch and say, "Are you the one?" Okay, yes, I'm crazy, but are you the one? You know what I'm saying? Can you maintain all my crazy? Let's get into it.
Are you the one? Um, I wrote that actually 3 years ago, back in 2017. It was supposed to be a poem. I was writing a poem to Lauren Hill. Um, I forgot what instrument it was, but it was off Mr. Education. And I was on YouTube listening to beats one day, and I came across this producer named Tom Krager. And I was going through all his beats, and I came across that one. And I hit him up, asking him, bought the beat or whatever the case may be. And from there, I wanted to try something new with being an artist because I was always labeled as this drill female artist, and I knew I was more than just rap. You know what I mean? Even as a kid, I knew I was just more than just rap. I don't know how to sing for real, but you know what I mean. I can make some stuff sound good. You feel me?
I can
So
harmonize.
you feel me? So it was just a poem. I ain't gonna cap. A lot of my music is basically off emotion. I write off emotion. So depending on the mood I'm in, or if I tap into an old emotion somebody had gave me, or I gave myself off a mistake, or whatever the case may be, that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from.
Okay. So take me through a studio day with you. You know what I'm saying? Like we finna go to the studio. I need to know how we finna kick it. Like, take me through your day,
All right,
your
so
busy day.
when I normally pre-record all my music on my phone. I record at home before I actually go to the studio, so I know my sound. And then after that, get to the studio. Me and my homie Vaughn, we roll up probably about 6, 7 blunts. I ain't gonna hold you.
You know, as
Bring
rappers do.
might bring a bottle or whatever the case may be. You know, Shake and Bake. Shout out to Shake and Bake and Asa. Asa 2 times. They've been helping me with my, my EP or whatever. You know, we all chilling vibe. As the session going, if I hear something or Vaughn or Asa or Shaky hear something, we might add to it. We might take away from it. But we had like a 3 to 5 hour session. It's more so been mixing because I already know how I want to sound. So it's just been more so tapping into them with mixing and putting plugins where they need to be or whatever. But it'd be a good session overall.
I just noticed what you speaking about your music. You're actually in tune with everything. You said I know, so that way you pre-record your music so you know how you want to sound. So a lot of times hip hop artists wait till they get to the producer to get their sound. You already figured yours out. Tell me about it.
It took me a long time. I started off with this producer. His name is Ray. His real name is Ray, but he go by All Day. I've been knowing him since high school too, since my freshman year in high school. And 2012, me and him wrote a song. It's on my SoundCloud. We did a song together. He already used to make beats since like 2012, 2011. And me and him, he was like, "We gonna help you find your sound." So me and him was always together, rapping, always rapping. He was always challenging me to rap, and he had challenged me against his brother because his little brother lyrically, Money is coach me. He's actually a good artist, but we will always be tit for tat on who can write the best, and I like that. It wasn't like a competition, but it was more of us helping each other in a way. That's how I look at it. But as time grew on, or whatever the case may be, even then, I always pre-record it on my phone and I send it to my circle. You know what I mean? Who I can get a good ear from on music, and I went from there. And then I want to say like around 2016, like right after my grandma passed, it was like a whole revelation of new music for me. I wanted a new sound. I wanted a new look. I wanted a new everything. So from 2016 up until now, I've been really sitting at home, writing all day, trying to find my sound. I even play with like certain little apps where I can play with my voice, so I know how I want to sound, and it just went from there.
That's beautiful. If you don't mind, would you like to get? Cause you sent me some cuts. I asked for some music. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind, really quickly, I want to jump into the first cut. The lake. You mind jumping into that?
Man, this song is entitled "The Lake." This is a Chicago vibe. I wrote a lot of my music, a lot of my poem at the lake. I always go to the lake with my friends. I cried, I laughed, do everything at the lake. So if you from Chicago and you know how summertime shines and you and all your homies, y'all kick it at the lake. Y'all already know how this vibe is. So this is Jay versus Jane, The Lake. You can find this on all music platforms, and the video is out now.
Yes, yes.
Let's go to the lake. My diamonds on water, they swim. Like that, I bought for the lake. They shooting the gym. I'm trying to meet with the pace. Things ain't hitting the rim. Feeling like they was the clip. I need me a trim. Let's go to the lake. My diamonds on water, they swim. It's like that, I bought for the lake. They shooting the gym. I'm trying to meet with the pace. Things ain't hitting the rim. Feeling like they was the clip. I need me a trim. I'm trying to get to this paper. And get my sister a crib. I can't be having no slip-ups. Gang on my back, that's for real. I see you with your little text stuff. My nigga, I'm texting the mail. Swear you don't give me no lip. Yeah, my niggas are really a drill. Dealing with my little babe. Man, she really keep it real. All the way you people face. Now they thinking we can chill. The whole my own way. I was really in the field. Let's do some straight. Jesus Christ, take the wheel. Let's go to the lake. My diamonds on water, they swim. Like that, I'm off for the lake. They shooting the gym. I'm trying to meet with the pace. Things ain't hitting the rim. Feeling like they was the clip. I need me a trim. Let's go to the lake. My diamonds on water, they swim. It's like that, I'm off for the lake. They shooting the gym. I'm trying to meet with the pace. Things ain't hitting the rim. Feeling like me with the clip. I need me a trend. Tighten my back like I ain't go. Jordan on the ball. Saving your ass just like I ain't go. Point them out, I'm a pour. Selling your ass is ice though. Jaynex, you a fool. Put them on and put it on phone. Chill out, I'm a bull. I do them doubles, no breaks. I would die for this here. Head pearl on my ass. Put them on ice, they'll chill. KKKK. Blue face, 100 bills. Skate. Knock them out, copy pills. Let's go to the lake. My diamonds on water, they swim. It's like that, I bought for the lake. They shooting the gym. I'm trying to meet with the pace. They hitting the rim. Feeling like they with the clip. I need me a trim. Let's go to the lake. I gotta dance to this song too. It's like that, I bought for the lake. They
You gotta
shooting the
dance.
gym.
You gotta show us. You gotta show us.
I'm about to show y'all. Feeling like they with the clip. I need me a trim. Song going off now, so I ain't gotta show y'all. The song going off now.
But that was just Jaynex the Lake. Like, and let me tell you something. This song really do give me the vibe of the lake. Like, one thing for me, like, through every summer, it's like that's one of the most important things. Get on Lakeshore Drive, go to the beach, go to 31st, go to 63rd.
57,
you know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
79, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you going to the beach at, but you get out there, we have fun, and you definitely embody that with that track. I love that. So tell me, what makes you get up every day and just create this beautiful art?
I got to it's been like a passion of mine from poetry. As a kid, I don't know, I went through a lot of shit as a kid emotionally, and the best way I can ever express myself was either playing ball or writing poems. And then I ain't gonna cap, I got old booklets my aunt bought me. She's bought me a lot of journals when I was a kid. All of them are full. Some of them caught fire from a fire we had when I was a kid, but from 2000, I still have the stuff from 2009. So it went from writing poems to turning a lot of those old poems into songs, because I felt like if I ain't gonna cap, in high school I had a lot of influence over my peers. Even now I have a lot of influence over my peers. So a lot of ways people can actually hear me without hearing me is listening to my songs. Like a lot of artists say a lot of people be lying in their music. Ooh, I mean, everybody lying in their music every once in a while to make it sound good, but for me personally, the majority, 95, 97% of my music is true. Is either, like I told you, past experiences or something that I've seen on TV or something just, I don't know. Like, if you're an artist, you know what I mean. You can get inspired by anything, honestly. But
Right.
yeah, that's what really made me get into writing music is pain, honestly. Hood pains.
I appreciate you sharing your vulnerability with us every time that you give us something special. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you showing us that it's okay to be who you are and still do right. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? You could come from a troubled past and still find your way to make it to the righteous. Or you know what I'm saying? You can still do you. You can still be good. You can still be positive. So with that being said, and what's going on in the world today, what are 3 things that you would do that are positive to change what's going on right now?
For starters, since the whole little thing went down with George Floyd, I've protested. I've gave back to the community as far as donating food and is even serving food. And shout out to the people that own Trap House right here on 79th and Cottage Grove. I was over there helping them. You know, they even approached down 79th, and I stay right off 79th. So I even protested, you know, going down there. I've even donated to even helping bail the people out of jail. I donated to several organizations. I challenged my friends to do it as well. So those are the 3 things that I've been doing in the quarantine, plus constantly recording and also spreading awareness to where people can find necessities.
Definitely, that is big ups to you, and I appreciate that for you putting that out there in the world. So now I want to dive more into you, okay? Because you from Chicago, and I'm from Chicago, and there ain't no place who got better food than us, right? So
Facts.
since we foodies, I gotta know, what's your favorite restaurant, And what's the order? What's the receipt looking like?
A lot of people might be mad, but my favorite restaurant is Portillo's. I
Ain't
go in
nothing wrong
there,
with it.
I go in there and get a bacon cheeseburger and a lemonade with no ice.
Funny story. Funny story. So maybe like I want to say maybe like 5 years ago, if people came into Portillo's, the dude who was calling y'all orders out on the mic, the little expediter dude, that was me. You
Order
feel me?
number 7, you're in heaven.
I used to I,
Yes.
I used to be like 355, 355. Your orders arrive. You know what I'm saying? They're making it fun. So
Yeah.
so Portillo's, okay, that's a Chicago staple, y'all. Make sure y'all go get you a big beef.
Nobody really know about that. So if you've never been to Chicago, you come here and go to Portillo's. That's what
Man,
I'm
get
saying.
you get what Herb said. Get you a beef, extra cheese,
You
hot peppers,
been,
everything on
you
it. You
been.
feel me? So, speaking of our Chicago people, who are two Chicago people that you need a feature with right now? That we need to
Ooh.
we need to collab with. Who can we
Do
get you
it
to collab
matter
with?
mainstream or
No,
local?
none at all. None at all. We just want somebody from Chicago, and we want you to
One
get your
person?
thing with them. No, it's be
Two.
two.
Okay. Number one is Kanye West. I love that man. I get
Thank you.
all my inspiration from this man. He's my favorite. I don't care what nobody say about this man. He's a musical genius and a fashion genius. That I ain't gonna cap. I want to be like that nigga. Him and
Yes.
Lauryn Hill, those are my spirit animals. Those two people. But my second one would be Lajay. Like that's my dog. She know we are great friends. But I ain't gonna cap. I met Lajay in 2018. I really didn't know she sung like that. I met her at one of Boo Man's video shoots or whatever to Feeling on You. And she was there, and one of my songs was playing on this little bus we had rented, that they had rented or whatever. And she played her song, and then somebody invited me to her video shoot Dash, and we officially met there or whatever the case may be. And after I heard that song, I'm like, I'm a fucking fan. Like she can actually, I'm sorry for cursing, but she can actually do her thing. I rock with her. And then after that, we've been linking up or whatever the case may be. But she been doing her thing lately. Props to and shout outs to Lajay. But we definitely got to get a feature going.
Okay, we definitely got to get some good things going. Okay, so back to you. Okay, so this is what it is. You got to delete every app off your phone except for three. What three apps you keeping no matter what?
It's an app called Volico where I do a lot of my recording for my music. Facebook. A lot of people don't know Facebook is the best way to promote anything off there.
Billions of people.
And ooh, this tough. One of my editing apps. I do a lot of editing. I edit a lot of photos, videos, short films. I do a lot of that in my spare time. So I think those are my three apps I keep.
But and if we didn't know you to be a hip hop rapper superstar extraordinaire, what would you be doing?
I would be a dentist. I went to school for dentistry. I went to college for dentistry. Um, Actually, dentistry was plan B. Rapping, making music was plan A. So if I wasn't doing music, I'd be a dentist. I ain't
I
gonna hold you.
I still need you to go get you a practice, you know what I'm saying? Because when I get this care, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna need to come buy some teeth, you know what I'm saying? Gucci just put diamonds in his, you know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me?
I gotta get mad fixed first, and then I'm gonna put my
I'm trying
diamonds
to
in. You feel me?
put them dentures in a couple people's mouths.
But if you ready, you got another song you sent me, and you switched it up on them this time. You gave them island vibes, as I like to call them. You ready to get into it? You want to introduce it?
Superwoman. I just dropped this. I wasn't supposed to drop it, but I ain't dropped music in a minute. But Superwoman is I was inspired by a woman. She was like she played Superwoman to me when I ain't had nothing or nobody in my corner. So that's what Superwoman comes from. And I feel like any woman, I have a lot of super women in my life from my sister, my cousins, my auntie, my mama, Even some of my friends, Asia, you know, twins, Kiara Stretch, Shawty Mag, Sis Sweet Beats, Tila, a lot of people. I have a lot of super women in my life, so I really dedicated this to all the super women in my life. But this island vibe was just a new wave. This is the new Jaynex music y'all finna get. So I switched from over from. I'm still gonna do hip hop and R&B, whatever. But the island vibes. This is my next project. Strictly island vibes. This is the new wave for Jay versus Jane. So you can go ahead and play that.
Superwoman, make me feel like a woman in summer. Make me feel like a rising sun. Make me feel like I want a million hunters. Girl, I want to say, love, I am blessed with you. I'm so obsessed with you. Always right next to you. I never flex on you. Always keep checks with you. Follow your every move. Keep it respect with you. No one can make me move. You make me feel like I'm wanted. You're all I ever wanted. You make me feel it so right. You keep me just feeling nice. Even when fussing and fighting. Play off the light in my life. Praying I make you woman. You make me feel like a woman in summer. You make me feel like a rising.
Shout out to everybody in this live, man.
Make me feel like I want a million hunters. Girl, I want some. My soul be leaking your soul. If it's not you, I'm not hope. You're my connection, I'm so. I want to be your like ghost. I want to be your console. When I'm with you, I can't fold. Red ain't on the road. You keep me high like free rose. Ain't got no diamonds but gold. Your love is taking control. You make me feel like a woman in summer. You make me feel like a rising sun. You make me feel like I want a million hunters. Girl, I want you. You make me feel like a woman in summer. You make me feel like
this is my joint right here.
You make me feel like I want.
That's my joint. I need me a little coconut, you know what I'm saying? A little pineapple. You feel me? Thank you. You give me, come on. You
I
give
ain't
me
gonna
more.
cap. I got some stuff in the vault. You know, that's way better than that. You know what I mean? So that was just a taste.
Hey, I appreciate you in all your ministries. I'm gonna just tell you like that. So whatever way you want to drop the music, I'm gonna release it and I'm gonna love it. So you wanna drop the crazy because that's that hip hop you. I love that. You wanna drop that Are You the One? That's that R&B you. I love that. You wanna drop that Lake? That's that fun. We finna turn up. I love that. And then you just gave me some island vibes, tings. It's time to go get some bad tings. Yes.
I keep trying to tell everybody, like, my project Jaynex is so versatile. Those 4 songs are going to be on there, but I just wanted everybody to see how versatile people can be, especially from Chicago, because we're labeled as a drill city, drill, and it's so much more than that. So my project dropped July 24th. I promise y'all, it's super solid. I don't know if I want 8 or 9 songs. I'm so indecisive on that, but whatever I go with, it's still gonna be solid, and I promise y'all gonna love it.
But so my last and final question to you before we get out this thing, because you have been so great. So I'm gonna end it like I always end it. We live in this magnificent city. So you gotta tell me one thing that you absolutely love and one thing that you absolutely hate about the city. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna cap. I love that I grew up in the hood. I ain't gonna cap. The hood taught me so much stuff. It taught me how to do so much stuff. But most importantly, it taught me how to survive and how to keep pushing. And growing up in the hood, everybody think it's so bad, but I have a lot of love. I've gained a lot of love from the hood. You know what I mean? So the best thing I love about being from Chicago is growing up in the hood. The worst thing I hate in Chicago right now is everybody got to be a savage with their little gun. You know what I mean? I just want y'all to put the guns down, let these kids grow up, and just stop killing each other. Like, it's so much stuff going on in the world right now for us to come together instead of us, being separate. And I feel like in Chicago is already enough hate going on, and with everything else on top of that, it's just way too much. It's too depressing. You know what I mean? Let's just, piece it up to each other, come together and say our kumbayas and just overcome all this BS, man. Life is just too short. Life is just too short. And I can't hear you.
Oh, my
Okay, there
fault.
we go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's good.
I want to thank you for being an artist, and actually loving this music thing that you do. Because you make people like me who love music. I feel good to know that there's more people who love music just like I do. Everybody ain't just getting it for a check. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for being free and expressing yourself and giving us your music. And not a lot of artists get to hear that from fans or from people in general. Don't give up. You are great. You will be great. And you are on the path of like righteousness, of doing everything that you want to do and being super successful. So I want to take the time out from the Shut Up and Listen game to say thank you to the artists. That's why I do this. So I want to thank you.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate people like you for giving artists a platform. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all for helping us, because without y'all, people really ain't gonna discover us. So shout out to y'all. And I've always been a fan of True Shy.
True Star, I appreciate you, man. We've been doing our thing for so many years. But right now,
I know.
Right now, I want you to tell everybody where they can go follow you, where we can go get this music, where we can raise your streams, or we can take you all the way to the top where you're supposed to be.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Jay versus Jane, Facebook at Jane Marley, YouTube Jay versus Jane. Everything's Jay versus Jane, but I also have a link in my bio where you can follow me on everything and you can find my music everywhere. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Classy Coco, Brittany. I see you in here. Shots Back Easy, my best friend Kim, Diverse Customs. I've been doing a series of T-shirt branding and photographers. I've been trying to find photographers and designers to come together and put their work together. So shout out to everybody, and shout out to everybody that's been supporting me since day one, even day 335,000. And I love all y'all. Love, peace, and prosperity. For sure, for sure.
Thank you. Hopefully, when the world open back up, you know what I'm saying, and I do my showcase again, hopefully you come and rock the stage with us.
For sure.
You gonna come rock my stage one time. Please don't let this be the last time that I see your face. I can't wait till we get to the top and I see you. Hopefully we doing this again.
For sure. Next time I see you, I'll buy you some lunch.
Oh man, we definitely got to get together now, man.
Tell
your mom happy birthday because she a Cancer and I'm a Cancer.
For sure. Happy birthday to you too, man.
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you, and I can't wait till we get together again, okay?
Okay, Kevin, I owe you lunch too, man. I love you too.
So there you have it. Another phenomenal Shut Up and Listen with the boy Hugo Sunchild. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. It's everything. It's all Hugo Sunchild. Let me thank my sponsors before I get out of here, okay? Cook County Census 2020. We're trying to make sure everybody is counted so that the Black and the brown communities get the proper resources and representation that we need, y'all. I'm trying to get the streets fixed. I'm trying to get the street lights fixed. I'm trying to get the library straight. I'm trying to get my school straight, my hospital straight. And the only way I can do that is if we all getting counted by the census. Go right to 2020census.gov, enter the 12-digit code that you have. If you don't have a 12-digit code, it's A-OK. Use your home address, fill out the survey, and you are counted. Once again, this has been Shut Up and Listen. I'm your boy Hugo Sunchild, and I'm out.